So just before recording this video, I actually saw on Andrea Curly Scent's Instagram that she's going to be going to Beauty World Dubai next week, which I will be traveling to tomorrow from the timing of this recording. So hopefully I'll meet Andrea there finally for the first time ever, and we'll both be checking out some fantastic work from Middle Eastern brands, which often do very affordable colognes in general. So I thought it would be appropriate for today's video for me to react to Curly Scent's video titled Best Affordable Colognes. I'd give it 10 out of 10. This is similar to one of our most viral video titles as well. It's always an interesting topic because we want to find the best cheap fragrances out there. So let's see what Andrea thinks by watching this video for the first time together live. Let's see.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Andrea, also known as Curly Scents, and let's ignore this big Mount of Olympus on my lips. I don't want nobody to comment about it, okay?
I think everyone loves Andrea's just bright, bubbly personality. She's very positive. I look forward to hopefully meeting her. She seems like such a lovely person.
In today's video, we're talking about my favorite affordable fragrances for men. Now, of course, affordable is subjective, but this is for all you men out there who want to absolutely smell incredible without burning too big of a hole in your pocket.
That's a good point. What would you guys say it would be considered affordable? For me, I think any fragrance less than 30 pounds, you know, taking into consideration that inflation kind of went crazy these last few years, anything less than 30 pounds to me is affordable. But maybe you disagree. Let me know in the comments down below.
Let's kick things off with a few honorable mentions. The first one being Club de Nuit Intense Men EDT by Armaf. This is my personal favorite Creed Aventus clone. I know there have been 50 others that came out after this, but guys, it's still the one for me.
Yeah, I think Club de Nuit is a classic. I will say my favorite flankers from the Aventus clones of Armaf are going to be the Eau de Parfum, very long lasting, more musky than the Eau de Toilette, more smooth in the opening also, and then Précieux is very good as well. Fruity, musky, very long lasting, around 12 hours actually longevity. That's meant to be a clone of Aventus Absolute. So those are my two current favorites. I haven't tried the limited edition Parfum. Apparently that's very good also.
Versace Pour Homme. This will forever go down as one of the cleanest, crisp fragrances a man can wear. I have never come across a woman that doesn't like this DNA, and the versatility of these just cannot be beat.
Yeah, Versace Pour Homme is a classic. It's so safe. Yeah, I think it's gonna be timeless. It is musky, a little bit aquatic, neroli, clean, floral based, a lot of citruses in there. It is your fresh out the shower, dumb reach, very natural, well blended. Alberto Marias did a great job with this one. He cooked, as they say in the internet, with this one, and it's just a very safe fragrance. Unfortunately, not always the cheapest fragrance. You have to wait for it to go on discount and really pounce on it at the right time.
Blue Seduction by Antonio Banderas. You knew it, didn't you?
Wait a second, what was that face you just did? Let's get a rewind on that. Okay, never mind. Let's
Mint, green apple, melon, aquatic notes. This is sweet, invigorating, fresh, sexy, perfect for the summer, and the price is crazy.
Yeah, so I want to give Blue Seduction a 10 out of 10 because it only lasts around 4 to 6 hours, but it was a very good cheapie. I used to own a bottle of this. It's usually less than 30 pounds, I think. I can't remember the price now. I need to check recently. But as you said, aquatic, smooth, almost like a better version of Versace Man Eau Fresh. It smelled less synthetic, had that melon note in there, which made it very tropical and sexy. I think a very underrated freshie. It smells higher quality than its price tag in my opinion, so I agree with this. But it's not a 10 out of 10 in my book, so I don't agree. 37.9% of people who watch School of Scent are subscribed to us. If you guys really want to see our channel grow, go ahead and click subscribe. Let's get that number to 40%. Thank you.
All three of these combined are going to run you less than $100, and you will be smelling better than 100% of the guys out there.
I agree with that. I think if you wear those colognes, you'd be smelling better than most guys. Most guys don't even wear colognes, or even, you know, they don't wear proper colognes, or good ones anyways. And I think they will get you compliments. I think, yeah, they're very good value for money. You know, not always the best performers, but those three are very likely to get you some big compliments.
At the number 5 spot, we have a severely underrated gem, in my opinion, Montblanc Legend. Let me tell you something. Women love this stuff. I posted a video on my Instagram about this fragrance, and the amount of women that commented that they go crazy when their man wears it, it's unreal. Like, why are you guys sleeping on this?
So Legend is meant to be Montblanc's take on the Abercrombie and Fitch's Fierce DNA, which is lavender based, musky, clean, fresh out of the shower. shower. To me, Legend smelled a bit more synthetic, it smelled too cheap. I never liked it. I used to own a bottle of the original Legend. And nowadays, you know, I think Legend Eau de Parfum, first of all, is better. It has that more interesting red apple note in there, which is a bit more sexy. And I would actually say, if you want the best of this DNA, I would recommend Percival over Legend. Yes, it's a lot more expensive, but it's more beastly, much higher quality smelling, and it's one of my big compliment getters, one of my most complimented fragrances, and I didn't even ever own a bottle, only owned a 10 ml sample. So yes, it is powerful stuff if you want a fresh dumb reach that smells high quality, long lasting, gives you compliments. That's the fragrance I recommend.
212 Men.
What was that noise? Okay, never mind, let's carry on.
212 Men by Carolina Herrera. This is an oldie but goodie. I've never smelled anything like this, ever. Whenever a guy asks me for an affordable spring fragrance, this is the one on the top of my list every time. And again, nobody's talking about this, so Curly Scents is here to talk about it. If you needed a break from blue aquatic fragrances, I got you. Think sexy green grass with a pop of ginger and a bit of a shower gel vibe and an intoxicating musky undertone.
I agree with pretty much everything she said there, apart from that noise at the beginning. I think this is such an underrated fragrance. Yes, it's green. A lot of guys get scared of green notes, but don't be. It makes you smell undeniably masculine. This is better than a lot of blue fragrances out there. 10 hours longevity. This is in my list often for my cheap fragrances. I'd give it a perfect 10 out of 10. I completely agree with this entrance here. 212 Men NYC is a classic. More people should talk about it. It's timeless. I think it'll just stand the test of time. It is perfect in the springtime. I think you can wear this all year round as your dumb reach. 10 out of 10, 100% agree.
At the number 3 spot, we have an absolute masterpiece of a fragrance, and it is L'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent. YSL. This fragrance right here, it's catnip for women. Summer date night in a bottle. One of the most warm yet fresh, sweet, cozy, and inviting fragrances I've ever smelled.
Yeah, I think if La Nuit de l'Homme is something that's too heavy for you in the summertime, or something a bit lighter, but in the same vein, then yeah, go for the original L'Homme by YSL, which Curly is saying you can wear it on your date night. I think that's absolutely fair enough. I think scent-wise, yes, I can see why she would say this is catnip for women. I think this is one of the sexiest fragrances out there, especially for the office as well. School and the office is so handsome, yet fresh, yet warm and inviting. It gets that perfect mixture of the sharp ginger, the professional woods, the warm ambers, an intoxicating fragrance with horrible performance, around 4 hours longevity to be more precise, which to me makes it not 10 out of 10 material, but if it sorted that out, I think YSL L'Homme would be one of the best fragrances ever made. I think it actually is anyways, one of the best designers ever made at least. It is very sexy. Every man should at least get their nose on it, and it's definitely still full bottle worthy in my opinion. I own a bottle personally.
So we all know the hype that Mr. Dior Sauvage Elixir has been getting lately, from me as well. But we also know how freaking expensive it is, even for a 60 ml bottle. So we're gonna put this aside, and we're gonna talk about Lattafa Asad. As you can see, I don't have a bottle, but don't worry, it's already been ordered. Now, some of you will argue that this is strictly a fall and winter fragrance. And yes, it's definitely on the darker side, but for me it's perfect for spring and summer nights because it's definitely more wearable than Dior Sauvage Elixir. The very first time I smelled this fragrance, I was hanging out with a few friends and a guy was wearing it. I complimented him because he smelled incredible. And when he told me it was Asad, I was like, what on earth? Think of a less spicy, fresher, softer version of Elixir with a bit of a fruity touch and a more vanilla forward dry down.
Yeah, I agree. Sauvage Elixir, yeah, I think it's a bit overpriced. I don't think it's overrated. I think it just depends on your taste. For me, I had to give my bottle away because I couldn't stand looking at it anymore. But, you know, I still give it an 8 out of 10. Asad is much better value for money. And yes, easier to wear. It's fresher, not as photorealistic. It's a little bit more synthetic, but it still smells much higher quality than its price tag, if that makes sense. 10 hours longevity is what I got on my bottle. Medium projection, spicy Middle Eastern, masculine perfumery. Humor is your signature. I think this is your autumn, winter, and springtime fragrance, so great wearability also. So to me, yes, it is a 10 out of 10. Even though I don't like the Sauvage Elixir DNA that much, I would say Lattafa Asad deserves that 10 score.
And finally, at the number 1 spot, we have my favorite discovery of 2024. Not just in the chibi department, okay? But in general. This stuff is so good, man. I'm talking about a Fraghead's Asylum by FOMO Parfum. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the name, but I freaking love the juice. If Roja, Elysium, and Creed Aventus had a gloriously sexy man baby, he will look just like this. Well, he will smell like this. Now, you guys know that those two are some of my absolute favorite fragrances. So naturally, when I first smelled Asylum, my nose was extremely happy and my pockets were as well. The best word to describe this is juicy, mouth-watering. Take that amazingly tart green apple, grapefruit, and vetiver from Elysium, and that sweet, juicy fruitiness and muskiness from Aventus, and you have an incredibly attractive hybrid that costs less than $30.
Okay, I've never smelled this fragrance, but that sounds incredible. If you can get a photorealistic, more accurate depiction of Elysium mixed with Aventus for that cheaper price, then yes, this is probably a great fragrance. Have you guys tried this fragrance? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, as I personally never tried it.
So there you have it, guys. These were my favorite affordable 10 out of 10 fragrances from men. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up, and leave a comment down below letting me know your favorite affordable fragrance. See you soon!
Yeah, fantastic. Go ahead and do that, guys, because we will leave a link to the original video in the description down below. Make sure you are subscribed to Curly Sense. She's one of the best channels out there easily. You should go check out that original video in full, because obviously we did a lot of cuts, so you didn't hear her full opinions. And go show Andrea some love. For yourselves, guys, which fragrances that are affordable, first of all, you have to define what affordable is to you anyways, but if for an affordable scent, what would you say is a 10 out of 10 fragrance? Let us know in the comments down below, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to check out my previous video of reactions up here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.